I'm walking on a train in Japan and I see this guy watching his phone, which is folded, on a tray table. What the? Why doesn't our iPhone do this?
In the United States, 85% of all smartphones are either Apple or Samsung.
And most recently, iPhone took over Android users in the US for the first time ever. But I don't think any iPhone user can deny that Samsung just makes cooler stuff.
3/4 of this is all screen. Look at that. I've never seen anything like this. And folding is just like an afterthought.
And I know others are thinking what I'm thinking because I asked them at CES, the world's biggest tech electronics show.
Entered into a comfort zone, and now they're just releasing the same old thing, but just newer.
Has Apple stopped innovating?
That's kind of a trick question. Did Apple ever innovate?
I think people are gonna still buy it. Like, I will, and that sucks.
Now, around the world, Apple and Samsung literally go head-to-head every quarter for who's going to sell more phones. It's a tight competitive race, an even bigger debate.
I'm switching to iPhone.
Hey guys, Matt has an Android. That's why we didn't put him in the group chat.
I've had the iPhone 1 since 2007 when they first invented it, and today I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Yes, I use a MacBook, iCloud, and Apple Pay.
But despite all of that, more and more, especially coming to like a Samsung store or covering CES, I see something like this and I'm like, that's pretty cool.
And while the camera and software have obviously improved, holding the physical device is not really that different than 16 years ago.
Like if Apple made a touchscreen laptop, it would be such a big deal, but Samsung is like regularly doing that. They make laptops that are touchscreens and like nobody even knows.
But if Samsung is way more innovative, are we just kind of prisoners to a company that has really nice design, trendy stores, but has us locked into its ecosystem? Even in South Korea, where Samsung is the biggest company in this country, so many people are telling me they prefer iPhone.
Well, there are always the two parties, iPhones and Galaxies. They always have debate. Young generations, my friends, always say that they think iPhone is more trendy.
And by the way, they can't even use Apple Pay in this country.
I use iPhone because it doesn't lag.
Apple. I have used iPhone.
iPod.
Samsung is too loose design. Too sexy design.
Here in Korea, they're pushing these laptops quite hard. It's literally a Samsung laptop. And even though this is so big, look how light this is. It's actually amazing.
Samsung made a foldable phone back in 2019. Now they're showing off an expandable phone. But this is all a massive mystery to me.
So why is Samsung way ahead of Apple when it comes to innovation? And why are we so blindly loyal to this? So I think there are probably two reasons why someone like me doesn't switch to Samsung, even though admittedly these products are way more innovative. The first is iMessage. As an American, most of my family and friends are all using iMessage. And I can't imagine being the guy who turns the group chat green in those conversations. And we don't really use WhatsApp in the US. We are predominantly using iMessage. The second reason is that, well, I'm in the Apple ecosystem. All my photos are backed up on iCloud. My whole life is backed up on iCloud. I have years and years of videos in iCloud. So it would be really anxiety inducing for me to switch into a new Android ecosystem. But despite all of that, more and more, especially coming to like a Samsung store or covering CES, I see something like this and I'm like, that's pretty cool.
But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm being too critical here. Come on, Apple is still cool. Apple is creating new stuff, right?
But the thing is, if you walked into an Apple store today versus 5 years ago, there's not a whole lot of changes to the hardware. You still have iPads, watches, and phones, and these phones, they don't fold, they don't bend, they don't expand. I mean, yes, the cameras are better, but it's not exactly innovating. And only recently, Apple said it wants to maybe develop a laptop that's touchscreen.
I walk into one of Korea's many Samsung offices to try and figure out why this company is making such cool stuff, and still yet sometimes losing to Apple.
And it's not just the hardware that is so different and innovative of Samsung. I mean, look at this. Even if you turn your phone on a Samsung, it immediately turns to be horizontal. iPhone does not do that. The iOS doesn't support that.
I asked this Korean guy why he is so loyal to Samsung.
So, there have been complaints like it's the same design for years, this for generations, right? Samsung, I think it's just a different thing. iPhone, Apple, they try to stay in design, concentrate more in design, but Samsung, they stick more to technology.
So here are 6 reasons why Samsung innovates way more than Apple. Number 1, size matters. maybe it's not even fair to compare Samsung and Apple because Apple makes phones and laptops, watches, and tablets. Yes, it's trying to like be a bank now, but Samsung makes all of those things, but also makes washers, dryers, microchips, air conditioners. It even has a construction business. Oh, and they say that more than 70% of the display panels in Apple's iPhone 14 models are actually from Samsung.
I use the iPhone because it doesn't lag. Samsung, it's just more comfortable to use in Korea. It is true. Because Korea doesn't have Apple Pay. They only have Samsung Pay. Well, now they are working on getting Apple Pay to Korea. I mean, it's not being used as much as Samsung Pay right now.
It's a massive conglomerate, especially around Korea.
It's just like a family. You can't imagine any household without one single Samsung product. You must have at least one.
Number 2, Samsung pushes boundaries. It takes a lot more risk. Remember the Samsung Galaxy Note, the first phone with a stylus, or the Samsung Galaxy Fold, the first foldable phone? And let's not forget about the Samsung Gear VR, the virtual reality headset. These were all ahead of their time. Meanwhile, it's been over a decade since Apple has brought out a new product that truly changed the game, like the iPod or the iPhone.
And we are calling it iPhone.
With Samsung phones, you can customize just about everything. You can change the background, the icons, the font, and even the theme. With Apple, you're pretty much stuck with the default settings. Sure, you can change the wallpaper and rearrange the icons, but that's about it. Apple just opened its first stores in India, but less than 4% of the country actually uses iPhone. This is because iPhones are very expensive, especially in a country where the average wage is significantly lower than other countries. Samsung offers a wide range of price points, making them more accessible to more customers. For example, the Samsung Galaxy A52 starts at just about $500, while the iPhone starts at $800. Another area where Samsung wins here is durability. Samsung phones are known for being tough and durable, with tough screens. Apple, on the other hand, has a reputation for being fragile. I've cracked my iPhone many times. Apple, if you're watching this, hear me out. If you want to stay ahead of the game, you'll need to start innovating and taking risks. You have a cool factor Samsung will never have. But having an Apple product or iPhone isn't really much of a status symbol the way you might think it is. In fact, it's kind of very common in a lot of countries. So after the coolness wears off, what will actually be cool here is a laptop or a phone that does something new, something unique, something that people can actually benefit from.